Alright, welcome back to a lesson video from Make a Wit, and this is teacher Sunny. I will be here with secondary 1 as always, and lesson number 6 we will continue on geometry construction. This is part 2, okay? Now, let's start from the last time we have learned 5 geometry construction so far, right? Number 1, copy a line segment like this. You don't change the radius on compass, and you just copy the size of it. Number 2, divide a line segment equally. So that means you will find a midpoint of the given line segment OP over here, right? And you start from the end points. Okay, you can start from point O or you can start from point P. Now, create the intersecting point up and down. This will be your midpoint. And number 3, construct a perpendicular line. So this means a 90 degrees angle. See, you need to find the line to point P at 90 degrees on line segment ST here. So the key to start from this point, point P. Don't change the radius again. Make sure that it's cut 1 on line segment ST and then cut to the other side too. And then from that to intersecting point, you will create the new intersecting point down here that will line up perfectly with point P, and then it will create 90-degree angles or perpendicular line. Alright, number 4, construct a parallel line. So you will start from point P. You need to find a parallel line to point P here. So you start from one line that cut to line XY from point P, and from that use the radius, same radius, make the same curve, okay, over here too, and then try to copy the size of the angle by use the compass and adjust it to the size, same on top. Then you will find the intersecting point, and from that you will line up with point P to find a parallel line. Number 5, construct a triangle. Now, this you will copy 3 line segments and then create a triangle from that. Alright, this is 5 geometry construction that we learned so far. We will learn 5 more today. Now, let's review from the first basic geometries. First one, what about this? Point. Of course, what is the name? Point P. Okay. And what about this one? What is it called? Angles. Very good. Angle X, Y, Z, or angle Z, Y, X. And don't forget how to use the symbol. Okay, you can put the roof on top or you can put it in front. Okay, is this the door like this? Okay, a roof or a door. Next, how about here? Line. Line AB or line BA. So line has 2 arrows. Okay, don't forget. And what about this one? Ray. Very good. Ray CD. Ray has 1 arrow. And you can start from the beginning point or the starting point on C only. You cannot call it ray CD. No, only ray. Oh, you cannot call it ray DC. No, you can only call it ray CD from the starting point. Alright, last one. Line what? Line segment. Okay, line segment MN or line segment NM. Okay, but we commonly use alphabetically. So MN here, and this will be AB. Okay, more common over here. And also this, more common with XYZ. Alright, that's all. That's all for the 5 basic geometries that you still need to remember. Okay, now, did you know more about lines? See, this is called intersecting point. When 2 lines meet each other, you will create 1 intersecting point like so. And this is called intersecting line. But if the 2 lines intersecting at 90 degrees angle, so an angle of 90 degrees create on the intersecting point here, it will call perpendicular line. And then if 2 lines never meet each other, what happened? It's called parallel line. Alright, so there are three types of line here that I want you to remember. First one is called intersecting line. When the two lines meet each other, it will create a point. And then perpendicular line. So this is meet each other at 90 degrees. Okay? And next one, never meet each other. The two lines never meet. It will call parallel line. Alright, so don't forget. Next, types of angles. Now, angles again, let's review. The first one is share the same end point, right? So it's called vertex. And then two rays we call adjacent side, okay? And it will create angle over here. Alright, so there are a lot of types of angles. So let's start from the first one. This is called acute angle. This is very cute, very small. So from 0 degree to 90 degrees. So less than 90 degrees, but not 0. So this is called acute angle. But if it's 90 degrees, it's called right angle, okay? Exactly 90 degrees. So equal 90, okay? Right angle. And next, more than, of course, more than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. So this is called obtuse. Next, this is exactly 180 degrees. So it's called straight. See, straight line, right? Straight angle. And next, more than 180. Very good. More than 180 degrees, but less than 360 degrees. So this is called reflex angle. Reflex. Okay, so it's from straight, more than straight angle, it's reflex. But if it's exactly 360, it will be full. It's like a circle, right? It's just full. So this is called full angle. And last one, at 0 degree, it's called zero angle, okay? At 0 degree. Now, let's see. Do you think you can remember? Alright, let's start from the first one. Very small, very cute. Very good. Acute angle. And what about this one? At 90 degrees, it's just right. Yes, right angle. And more than 90 degrees, but less than 180. It's called obtuse. Okay? And straight angle is here. 180 degrees. Straight line, straight angle. And if it's more than straight angle, more than 180, but less than 360 degrees, it will be reflect. Alright, reflect angle. And what about exactly 360? Full, very good. Full circle, full angle. And last one, at 0 degree, it will be the zero angle. Alright, now let's try to remember this, okay? So how many types of angle that we learned here? 7, very good. 7 types of angle. First one is called acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, reflect angle, full angle, zero angle. Okay, now let's move on to comparing angles. Now, let's see how can we compare it. We will find out which one is bigger, which one is smaller. Now, let's see from this two. We will need to use compass. All right, we will need to use compass. Start from here. Now, let's bring it out. Okay, start from angle XYZ and angle ABC. So, when you look at it, it looks similar. It can be equal or not. You're not sure, right? But how can you know it for sure? Use compass. Start from whatever you want, just cut. Okay? Now, you start from the pivoting point at the vertex. Okay? You need to start from the vertex. So, use the compass, same radius. Okay? You will make a cut up and down. Okay, same radius, don't change. Or you can just create a curve from here, continue to here, same thing. Or you can just cut to the rays, two rays. And again, don't change the radius, don't adjust the compass, and cut it onto the new angles, okay, that you want to compare. When you have a intersecting point already, you will cut one more time. So this one you need to adjust the sharp end here, and the pencil end will be on the line that you marked it earlier. Okay, so that means you will use the same size for the compass, for the angles. Okay, for this angle X, Y, Z. So same, that will check the size of the angle. Now, don't change this compass, don't change the radius. Continue over to angle ABC. Okay, don't change it, make a mark. And you can start from this point, or you can start from this point, doesn't matter. Okay, just start from one intersecting on the ray. Okay, and then you try to cut it, don't change the radius from earlier. And then see, is it cut on the adjacent side? No, right? It's not cut on the ray. It's cut to somewhere else. So that means it's not equal. It's not equal. So if it's equal, it should be here. The adjacent side should be here. Okay, so that means what? It's bigger, right? This one is bigger. If it cut inside, that means XYZ is smaller. But because it's cut outside here, so that means angle XYZ is bigger or is greater than angle ABC. Okay, that's it. Very simple. Alright, let's move on to the geometry construction that we need to learn today. Don't forget, you will need compass, ruler, pencil, and eraser. Okay, pencil end and sharp end or pivot point. So this will be the turning point for you. Alright, now what do we need to study on part 2? It will be number 1, copy an angle. Number 2, divide an angle equally. Number 3, construct 90 degrees and 45 degrees angles. And number 4, construct 60 degrees and 30 degrees angle. And number 5, construct a combined angle. Woo! It seems a lot, but again, we will do it step by step. Focus, okay? Don't read something else. Don't play games. Just focus on this lesson. Okay, let's start. Now, geometry construction number 1. Copy an angle. So you need to duplicate. Duplicating an angle from a given angle. So duplicate, copy, same thing, or clone, right? You make a copy of something exactly the same. So first one, you will have the given angle, angle A, B, C. Okay, over here, how can you duplicate it? First step, you just make one ray. Okay, make one ray. And make sure that you use this as a pivot point. Okay, for the angles, it doesn't matter for the size, right? Because it can, for the size of the ray, the length of it, because it can go to infinity. So just make sure that you made a straight line. Alright, and start from the pivoting point. You will need to check the size of this angle ABC. So you will cut, make a curve to the adjacent side or both rays. Okay, BC and BA. Cut it or make one curve. Alright, don't change the radius. Come back to the new one. Start from point R, pivot point here. So you want point R to be the vertex, so you start from there. Okay, so make a curve, same size. Don't adjust your compass. Next thing that you need, you will copy the size of this angle by check it. Use your compass. Okay, you will use the sharp end over here and then pencil end over here. So you will have the size of the angle already. Again, come back to the new one. Don't change the radius, okay? Here. Start from here and then again, cut. See, this is new intersecting point. What you need to do, you line up with the vertex. This will be your new ray. See? And this exactly the same. The sides are the same. Alright, so that means angle ABC is congruent to angle QRS. Alright, just copy it. Easy, right? Now let's go for construction number 2. Divide an angle equally. So you will construct a bisector of the given angle. Again, bisector, remember, bisector, bi mean 2. Bi mean cut in half, okay, cut in half. It will be the same size from the new angles, okay. You will create 2 angles from this one angle. How? This is the given angle X, Y, Z. So first, you will start from, again, the vertex. The vertex, cut, same step at construction number 1, right? Cut first, whatever you want for the radius on your compass, okay? But don't make it too small or don't make it too big, okay? Just try to make it okay. Now, next, moving on to next part, what you need to do, you use this as the pivot point and then cut somewhere in the middle. For this, you can use the same radius or you can adjust to the new radius, whatever you want, but don't make it too big, okay? Just try to make a curve somewhere in the middle, okay? Because the goal here is to cut in half, so try to find the midpoint, right? And then go to another side. So from this side, don't change the radius this time, okay? When you make a curve here, another curve will be from another adjacent side or ray YX over here. So you will cut, try to find the intersecting point, right? And when you have a new intersecting point here, you will line up with the vertex. See? And ray YG is actually your bisector. So that means this is called angle bisector. And these 2 angles, up and down, will be equal. Okay? So that means the new angles, 2, 1, will be X, Y, G. Is congruent to Z, Y, G. Okay? Congruent to this angle. 2 angles are congruent to each other because you find the angle bisector. Okay, let's move on to construction number 3. Construct 90 degrees and 45 degree angles. Okay? Now, you will need to construct 90 degrees angle and divide it in half. Divide it in half. What you need to do? You need to find a bisector, right? Just like construction number 2. When you divide in half, half of 90 degrees will be 45 degrees angle. Simple, right? But 90 degrees, do you remember what is that called? It's called perpendicular. Very good. P is for perpendicular. So that means 90 degrees. It will find the lines that cut at 90 degrees angle. Now, first off, you will need to find this angle to this point. Okay, so you will start from there. Okay, you will start from that point. So first off, use the compass to cut left and right, right and left. Don't change the radius. Don't go too small. Don't go overboard. Don't go too big. Okay, just make it right. And then from that, you will have new intersecting points, right? 2 ones. And then you will start from there again. Make sure that you adjust your compass a little bit more than half. So more than the midpoint over here. That will be your perpendicular lines, right? So make sure that it's more than half. And then cut up and down. Don't change the radius. Cut up and down. And then line up the new intersecting point with the point that you have, then this one will be 90 degrees. Now, there you have it. You have 90 degrees angle already, right? And what can you do for 45 degrees? Again, you will find the bisector. So from that step, you will need to start from the vertex. This one, if you want this one to be cut, so start from the vertex, okay? Now let's start. You will try to cut, use the radius, okay? Use the radius from here. Sharp end here, pencil end here, and then you will cut on top too. So that means you will have the same length, and this is the same length already. And from that intersecting point, two new ones here, it will be your new pivot point. And then try to cut in the middle. And this time you can adjust your compass first, but the second time do not change the radius, do not adjust it. Use the same radius to find the midpoint and new intersecting point. Then line it up. It will be 45 degrees angle for you, half of 90, okay? Easy peasy? Easy so far? Yes. Okay, now let's move on to number 4. Oh, only 2 more to go. Construction 60 degrees. The construction of 60 degrees and 30 degrees angles. So, construct 60 degree angles and divide in half to 30 degrees angle. Again, divide in half, that means you find the bisector of 60 degrees. But before we start, let's start from the equilateral triangle. What is equilateral triangle? It actually means everything is equal. So how many sides of triangle? 1, 2, 3. How many angles? 1, 2, 3. So that means you need to have the same size. Same size for the size. Same size for the angles. See, everything will be equal. When you have the same size equal for both 3, then the angles will be divided into 3, okay? 3 angles equally too. So do you know the inside of the triangle? 180 degrees, right? When you divide it by 3, so that means it will be 60 degrees angle. Very good. 60 degrees angle for each. See? So that means the goal here, you need to make a triangle, right? And then you will get 60 degrees angle as the equilateral triangle. Now, let's start. If you want this point to be 60 degrees on this point, how can you do it? You will start from there. So, you will use your compass again, adjust it to be just right. Don't make it too small, it will be hard to do. Or don't make it too big, alright? Cut and make it really long, okay? Because somewhere here will be your 60 degree angle. If you make it too small, you don't have anything to cut from. So make it really long, longer than usual, okay? And then don't change the radius. You have a new intersecting point over here already. So don't change the radius. Cut it, okay? You see, you have new intersecting point here, and is it similar to this triangle? Yes, this one is actually equilateral triangle. So that means this is your 60 degrees, right? This is your angle over here. Easy, right? 60 degrees angle. Very easy. Now, from there, what can you do? You need to find a bisector. So from there, start from the vertex again. And then you have it. Actually, you have the same radius from here already, right? So you can skip the step. Normally, you start from the vertex and try to cut onto the adjacent side to raise. But you cut already, so save that step and move on to the new pivot point, okay? And try to cut in the middle, find the bisector. Use the same radius to cut and then line it up. The new ray will be 30 degrees. See? This is called bisector. So bisect from 60 degrees to 30 degrees. There you have it. 30-degree angles. Easy peasy. So let's move on to number 5. Construct a combined angle. Now, this one you will use your knowledge from before. For all the construction, try to make a combined angle. So combined means plus, okay? Or you can minus as well. So the angle can be added or subtracted by sharing a side together. Now let's see. When you have 60 degrees, when you minus 45, what happened? You will have 15 degrees angle over here, the small angles over here, right? Or you have 45 degrees plus with 60 degree, what happened? It will be 105 degrees angle, right? And 90 degrees and 45 degrees will be 135 degrees angle. And 90 degrees with 60 degrees will be 150 angles. So just like that, you can create more angles. Alright, now let's see the example. Let's construct 75 degrees angle. Now, the goal here is to find 60 plus with 15, right? How can you find 60? This one is very easy. Construction number 4, right? Just we learned earlier. Now, let's start from here. Remember 60 degrees, it means equilateral triangle. So start from the vertex, use the same radius, make it really long, and then cut, use the same radius to cut, and it will be 60 degrees over here. Okay, you have 60 degrees now. But you still need what? 15 degrees more. So you cannot stop there. If you stop there, it will be just 60 over here. So you cut, okay? When you use the same radius, cut here 60, cut here, what happened? Is another 60. Guess what? It will be 120 degrees already. It's like you have one triangle over here, and this is equilateral triangle, and next is another equilateral triangles. Two triangles, so 60 and 60 will be 180, right? But to use this as the pivot point, we will need to find the bisector of the 60 degrees. So basically you will find 30 degrees first, and then cut again. Find the bisector of 30 degrees until you get 15. Okay, so one more time. This one, the goal is to find 60 degrees. So you find the bisector, cut. See, 60 plus 30 is 90 now. But what you need to do, you need to find the bisector again. Cut from 30 here to 15. See, this mark from here to here is 30, right? 15. Now, when you don't forget, you need to find the intersecting point on the same level, and it will be your pivot point. You cannot use this as the pivot point. No, it needs to be on the same curve, like so. Alright, and then you will use the same radius to cut. Find the bisector of 30 degrees here, and it will be 15. Okay, 15 degrees angle, and 60 degrees angle will be 75 degrees angle. There, that's what you need to do. You can add or subtract by sharing a side together. See? So I do both, right? I go more, add it, and then subtract, or cut it in half, or use the bisector. Alright, now let's see. What did we learn so far on part 2? Number 1, copy an angle. Number 2, divide an angle equally. Number 3, construct 90 degrees and 45 degrees angle. Number 4, construct 60 degrees and 30 degrees angle. And last one, construct a combined angle. See, First one, what do you think? You cut it in half, right? So you divide an angle equally. Number 2, or you find angle bisector. And number 3, oh no, next one. What is this? It's 90 and 45. See, you find 90 or perpendicular lines and then you find a bisector to 45 degrees. So it is construction number 3. What about this? This is look like 60 plus 15. So combined angle, construction number 5. And what about this one? This one is look like equilateral triangle, right? Equilateral triangle. So it will be 60 and 30 degrees. The construction of 60 and 30, number 4. And last one, you will have 1 and then you copy it, right? You copy, so it will be number 1, duplicate an angle or copy an angle. Okay, it's time for worksheet. Let's do it. All right, we can do it. Come on. Let's see. Part 1, identify each pair of lines. Now, it will be intersecting line, perpendicular line, and parallel line. So, intersecting line will be meet at the point, right? Perpendicular will be meet at 90 degrees, and parallel lines never meet. Now, for example, what is this? Do you think? Yes, it's right angle or 90 degrees angle, right? Part 1, this is perpendicular line for this. And part 2, you label each type of angles. So you have 0, acute, right, obtuse, straight, reflect, and full. 0, just 0. Acute, very acute, so less than 90 degrees. Right is exactly right, exactly 90 degrees. And obtuse is more than 90, but not 180. If it's 180, it will be straight angle, right? But if it's more, will be reflect, but not 360, because 360 degrees will be full angles. So let's start from the example. What is this? Very cute, very small. Acute, very good. And part 3, follow the instruction. Now, you need to duplicate the following angles. So what can you do? You will start from here, right? You will start from here. See? Start from the vertex. And then, don't forget, you will create one ray first and start from the vertex as well. Alright, for part 3. Now, for number 1 and number 2, don't forget, start from the vertex again. Alright, let's move on to next one. Use the compass to determine which angle has the same size as the angle ABC. So this is the angle that you need. Okay, the given angle. Try to make a cut and then check which one is the same size as angle ABC here. So use compass, of course. So let's start from first one, number 3, angle PUG. So don't forget, start from the vertex. Alright, start from the vertex and try to cut. If you don't remember how to do it, go back, okay? Rewind the clip. Alright, next part is to construct the angle bisector for each angle. So that means divide an angle equally. Again, start from the vertex. Okay, you start from the vertex. Make a cut to both ray or adjacent side and then try to find the bisector by cut in the middle. Okay, find the midpoint. Okay, next one, construct the following angles. For number 9 and number 10, you need to construct 90 degrees angle and then 30 degrees. So don't forget, 90 degrees is mean perpendicular, right? Perpendicular line that you need to find. And for 30 degrees angle, you need to find the equilateral triangle first. That means 60 degrees. And then cut it in half. Cut it in half. So half of 60 degrees is 30 degrees. So that means find the bisector of 60 degrees angle. And last two, construct a 150 degrees angle and number 12 to construct a 105 degrees angle. So 90 and 60 plus together equal 150, and then 45 and 60. Alright, so when you start from the vertex, when you have a new one, make sure that it will be your new adjacent side. Okay, continue from here, and then you have 60 degrees more. Again, same. You find 90 degrees first and then cut in half. This will be your bisector, right? And you get 45 degrees. And from this adjacent side or this ray, it will be your new mark that you need to find 60 degrees over here. Okay, that's it. All right. If you're not sure what to do, again, you can rewind it and study it. Focus, okay? You can do it, I'm sure. So, again, good luck everyone and see you next time. Bye-bye.